Your AI can read your email, check your calendar, and move your dentist appointment to the new time, all by itself, while you just watch. And the trick behind it is one idea with a scary name that everyone around you pretends to understand: MCP. In the next 8 minutes, you'll understand it better than most people working in tech. No code, I promise. I'll prove every piece of it with 5 live demos on my own screen. And the fifth one, where the AI plans my entire morning, is the one that made me sit back in my chair. So here's the situation: MCP got invented at the end of 2024, and inside of a year, basically, every big name in tech signed on. OpenAI adopted it, Google adopted it, Microsoft is building it straight into Windows. When rivals like that all agree on one thing, that thing usually matters. But here's what nobody tells you, and is the key to this whole video. If you've ever used Claude with a connector, you have already used MCP. You just didn't know it. Let me show you. Demo 1. I'm asking my AI a dead simple question: what's on my calendar tomorrow? Watch what happens with no connections turned on. It can't tell me, and it's not being lazy. This is the honest truth about every AI chatbot. Out of the box, it's a sealed box. It's read half the internet, sure, but it cannot see your calendar, your email, your files, or anything else that's actually yours. It can talk about your life. It can't touch your life. Remember that feeling, because one switch is about to change it. Demo 2. Same question, but first, watch me flip exactly one switch. Right inside the chat, there's a little connectors menu, and I'm turning on Google Calendar. I connected my Google account to Claude once, and from then on, it's just this switch. Nothing to install, nothing to code. Now, the same question again. There it is, my actual schedule, read back to me in a couple of seconds. And that switch I just flipped has a friendly label on it: connector. The technology behind that label, the thing actually doing the work, that is MCP. You just watched it happen. So, what actually happened when I flipped that switch? This is the whole idea, and it's honestly simple. MCP is just an agreed way for an AI and an app to talk to each other. Watch the replay in slow motion. First, the AI asks the calendar one question: what can you do? And the calendar answers with a little menu. I can list your events, I can check when you're free, I can add new ones. Then the AI picks from that menu and says, do that one. The app does it and hands back the result. That's it. That is the entire idea. The AI asks, what can you do? Then it says, do it. Anthropic, the company that invented this, describes it as a USB-C port for AI. One standard plug, and suddenly everything fits. Now, why does one standard plug matter so much? Because of what life was like before. Before MCP, if a company wanted their AI to talk to Gmail, they built a custom bridge just for Gmail. Another one for your calendar. Another one for Slack, for Notion, for every single app. And every other AI company had to build their own copies of all of those bridges. Thousands of little bridges, all slightly different. Most never built at all. MCP replaces all of that. An app builds one connector once, and every AI that speaks MCP can use it. That's why Claude's directory already lists more than 950 of these connectors, and the public registry has passed 30,000 listings. One standard. Everything clicks together. Demo 3, and this is where it gets personal. Email. I've connected Gmail the exact same way. One switch. Now watch. Find the email about my dentist appointment and tell me what changed. It searches, finds the message, and gives me the answer in plain English. The appointment moved. I didn't open my inbox. I didn't scroll. I asked a question about my own life and got a straight answer, because the AI could finally look. If this video is useful, hit subscribe because it's free. And if you want to back the work, hit join here or the supporter button on Facebook. Now, Demo 4 is where two apps start working together. Demo 4. One sentence, two different apps. Take that dentist email and put the new appointment on my calendar. Watch the chain. It reads the email with one connector, pulls out the new date and time, then turns to a completely different connector to change the calendar. And notice, it asked my permission before touching anything. Then it spotted the old appointment still sitting there. So it moved that one instead of creating a duplicate. And it even checked I had no conflict that afternoon. Nobody built a special Gmail to calendar feature for me. The AI just used two plugs, one after the other, the way a person would. Which brings us to Demo 5, the one I promised. One prompt. Plan my Tuesday morning. Check my calendar, find anything in my email I need to act on, check the weather for my commute, and write it all up as a morning brief. Now, just watch it work. Calendar, checked. Email, searched. Weather, pulled from the web. And then it goes one step further and designs me an actual morning brief page. My meetings laid out hour by hour, the free time called out, and the weather for the drive sitting right on top. It took about 2 minutes, and I did nothing. This is what all the noise about AI agents actually means. Not a robot taking your job. Your apps finally answering to one assistant in plain English. And here's why this is not just a Claude trick. Remember, MCP is an open standard, so the same idea shows up everywhere. The apps inside ChatGPT are built on it. Microsoft is wiring it into Windows itself. And at the end of 2025, Anthropic handed the whole standard over to the Linux Foundation, the same neutral home that protects the plumbing of the internet. So no single company owns it, which means every connector anyone builds makes every AI more useful, including yours. So here's how you try this today. For free in about 2 minutes. Open Claude on the web or the desktop app, go to Settings and click Connectors. The Google ones, Gmail, Calendar, and Drive are right there for everyone. Click Connect, sign in, done. Then just ask a question about your own stuff and watch the sealed box open. One honest warning before you go wild. Only connect apps you trust, because a bad connector can whisper instructions to your AI. Stick to the official directory and the big names and you're fine. Real talk. 90% of you watching haven't subscribed. On Facebook, subscribe is the supporter button. That is what keeps the lights on here. On YouTube, it's free and it tells the algorithm to send you more. Subscribe to support us. I've packed everything from this video into a free starter kit. The exact connectors to turn on first, the questions to ask them, and the safety checklist, all in plain English. To get it, comment the word sense on this video, and my system sends it to you automatically. Or grab it directly at hyperautomationlabs.co/free/sense. And if you're brand new to this world and want the step-by-step path, my beginner guides are linked in the description. Follow on Instagram for the daily clips. This is Plain English AI. One scary word per video. So subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.